So today we're going to be talking about the Poster Vault feature in the DMB Pro Plus. For those that don't know, the Poster Vault is a feature that aggregates all kinds of information from the internet and applies that information to each of your movie posters. This information will be things like the movie name, the ratings, actors, directors, the summary of the movie, Rotten Tomatoes, runtime, things like that. And so it customizes the display views so that you have these really unique display views to show off your movie posters. It also downloads any movie trailers that are attached to those movie posters as well. So we're going to show you here how to set up and how to use and how you can customize some of your existing movie poster library with these great display views using the Poster Vault feature. So first, what you want to do is open up your DMB Pro Plus. Make sure you are on version 1.2 or higher. And you can check the version by opening up your app on your desktop, phone, or your iPad. And you can check down here the version number. Currently, we are at version 1.2. So now what we want to do is we want to go to Poster Vault, and that's under the Services tab here on the left. When we open up the Poster Vault service, we are greeted with this nice little trending movies and trending TV shows area here. This changes daily, and it shows the current movies that are trending on the internet. So if we were to select a movie and just tap on it, here on the right, we are greeted with all kinds of information. Poster, the name of the poster or the name of the movie, it's action, it's thriller, it's crime, the release date, information like the rating, runtime, summary, trailer, director, actors, and so on. Now what we can do here is we can choose to download this poster along with all of this information to any folder that we want. So by default, when you run the Poster Vault, it will download to a folder that it creates called Poster Vaults. And we can change that though if we want to create our own folder like Movie Night, or let's just say Marvel or Iron Man. We can come here and then we can here choose which folder to download to. In this case, we're going to let it download to the current Poster Vault folder that it creates. So we're just going to leave that alone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and download a movie. You could also search for a movie up here. So if you have a movie like Star Wars, for instance, you can type in the name, poster will come up, and then you can download all of that information. So let's pick a couple movies here to download. So we're going to select this gray bar here for Wicked. And when we select it, we are greeted with two options: download the poster with the trailer or download just the poster only. Well, you know, we want the poster with the trailer and all the relevant information. So we're going to go ahead and select download poster with trailer. You see here that it says it has downloaded and queued, or it is downloading and queued that particular poster. Now, when that poster gets downloaded here in a few seconds, we'll get another message here that says it has finished downloading. So it does that pretty quick. And we're going to do that for a few more movies. So let's select Frankenstein as well. And let's go and get a few more. Let's do Stranger Things. All right. So those are four movies that we went ahead and started to download. And what is happening here in the background, and we can actually check by hitting the event log what is actually happening in the background. So this is telling us that we are downloading these posters. This one has finished. This one has also finished. We are downloading the trailer currently for Stranger Things. It tells us that it's operating. And then the Pluribus movie also has finished. And it tells us that just a few seconds ago it got complete. So now what we can do is if we notice that if we go back up here to the Media Manager, this Media Manager shows us all of the folders that are on our system. We'll see that there's a new folder created automatically. That's the Poster Vault poster folder that we just downloaded these four movies to. Now, this particular view is a list view, but up here we have the option to do a block view, for instance. So this is purely however you want to display your Media Manager. You can select the block view or you can select the list view. So let's go ahead and open up the Poster Vault folder, and we'll notice that we have the 4 movies that we just downloaded, or the posters along with the relevant information. And this little Poster Vault symbol here tells us that these 4 posters have already been scanned by the Poster Vault, right? Now, as opposed to, let's just say you already have several posters only on a folder. Like in this case, in my movie posters folder, these are just regular movie posters that have not been scanned by Poster Vault. You'll see that it is missing the Poster Vault icon. So this particular folder that I have in my Media Manager, the movie posters, this is just a generic set of folders filled with regular posters, right? So let's come up here to the poster view, and what we're going to do is we're going to select the Poster Vault folder that we created by downloading the 4 posters, and we're going to go through the display views that are available when you use the Poster Vault feature. So we come up here to the playback folder, and we are going to select Poster Vault folders. We notice that there's 4 items here, right? For the 4 that we downloaded, we're going to select this. Select it. You notice on the screen, that's a classic style, or in other words, a full image of the movie poster pluribus that we downloaded. But we could also select the summary view. And what this view gives us is it gives us a smaller version of the poster on the top. There is a blur effect behind it. And then below that, we have a marquee with the information for that particular movie. And every time that the poster changes, that summary will also change as well. So here this tells us that Wicked is rated PG, came out on the November 16th, 2 hours long, and gives us the summary here. Now, the live view, this is the cool view, right? So when we select the live view, this will play back not just all of that summary information, but it will also play back the movie trailer for that poster along with the sound. We have the sound turned off here for various reasons, but you'll notice that for every trailer is attached to every poster that we downloaded using the Poster Vault feature. So this is very cool. So one of the ways that you can use this would be you want to create a folder for, let's just say, a movie night, or let's just say we're going to have horror movies on a particular weekend. You can create a folder, call it horror movies. Then you can go into the Poster Vault, right? And then you can just type in all of the horror movies that you're looking for, like Friday the 13th, Halloween, and so forth, and then download them to the folder that you created called horror. And then you can play that back with all of this information that you see here in the display view. And like I said, we have a choice of classic, which is a full screen, summary view, which is a nice little smaller version of the poster with the summary, and then the live view, which is the most popular view along with the trailer. And you know, we could also, using the next and previous keys here at the top, we can go to the next trailer as well, and it'll play the whole trailer. So if the trailer is 3 minutes long, this section will play for 3 minutes before it goes to the next one, but we can always go forward and go to the next one if we want. All right, now we also have a list view, and the list view will just put these in a scrolling fashion. So the more movie posters that you have in a folder, the more views are going to be displayed in this particular list view. And it's just a scrolling list of movies in a very cool view like this. We can also adjust the speed. We can go slow as it is now. Medium, we'll bring it up a little bit faster. And we can go Tesla mode, fast, ludicrous. And we can just go a little bit faster. I personally like it on slow, right? So these are the 4 display views that we currently have. Now, we could customize this view as well, right? So we can add banners to this. Now, I will say this. When using banners, I personally do not like any banners added when I am using the live view. I feel that having the entire screen with this information is a very perfect balance of aesthetics and also the performance of it. It looks great, but when you add the banner, it can get a little bit crowded, but it's completely up to the user. They can add banners or they can just keep it like this. Now for the summary view and the classic view, I do like banners, right? So we can add banners by going back into the media manager. Let's open up the Poster Vault posters folder. And if we come up here to folder settings, we can go ahead and select it and we can set the banners. Here we can choose a top banner. So let's just say, let's just go for this now playing for the top one. We can also select a bottom banner. Let's scroll through the list of banners that we've got on here. Let's find a nice bottom one like this one here. Select it, save the changes, and you'll notice on the screen we now have the top banner applied that says now playing, and then the bottom banner applied. And these will work if we go back to poster view across all of the display views. So classic poster, and we've got the summary view, the same banners. And like I said previously, you can add the banners to the live view. Some people will choose to have that. Others will choose to not have it. Completely up to you. When you go into the list view, same way, the banners are still attached. So that is how you download movies using the Poster Vault feature. But here's a very cool addition to what the Poster Vault feature can do. Let's say you have already a folder filled with movie posters, whether you've collected them yourself or whether they came included in the DMB Pro. Here we have a folder of 132 posters. If we open up this folder, we'll see that we have a lot of movies in here. Okay, but these movies are just posters. They are not trailers. They do not have any of this other information. So we could actually scan these with the Poster Vault feature and add all of that other information automatically, right? Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind is the names of the movies have to be exactly the same as the movie. So for instance, if we have something like, let's just kind of keep coming down here and make sure that they're all okay. But we're going to go through all of these and make sure that they're all listed correctly. Now we might have a movie that is going to say image 1, or maybe they're going to be all kinds of characters instead of the actual movie, right? We want to make sure that we can correct them. So we just kind of run through the list of movies that we've got in here, make sure that they are all okay. And so far, so good. There we go. Let's keep going. All okay. Nightmare on Elm Street, right? So you see how this particular movie has the ending as image 1. Well, when it scans, this movie will not be found, right? So what we want to do is we want to edit this, and we can come here to the far right, hit the 3 dots, and we're going to bring up the editor. So here is that poster for that movie, and you'll notice up here the name. We're going to just back off and remove the last set of characters so that it is just the movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street. And for those that don't know, in this particular editor here, it's extremely powerful. We can add all kinds of manual information. Right now, the Poster Vault is going to do this for us, but this editor also works manually. So if you bring in movies, let's just say home movies and home pictures, you could also add all kinds of information to your home movies and home pictures, and then display them in the same way that you would have the summary view or the live view or the list view, even though they're your movies and your posters or your family pictures. So we're going to go ahead and just remove it. Oh, that didn't save it. Let's come back in here. Let's come up here and remove this last image 1, and we're going to save it. Right. So now Nightmare on Elm Street is correctly named. And what we can do now for this particular folder that is just posters, we can come up to the folder settings, and then we can choose to scan it with the Poster Vault. When we scan it, we're going to tell it, yep, go ahead and download the trailers, everything. And then we hit proceed. And what it's doing is it has begun to scan every one of those posters and aggregate all of that information. Now, we can see the progress by coming down to the event log. And then we can see here that it is downloading all of this, the posters that we have on here. So we're going to let this run through, and we'll come back when it's finished, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we can see that the scan has already finished scanning our entire movie posters folder and has downloaded all the information to give them these very cool views. Just FYI, I had about just under 200 posters in there, and it took a total of 24 minutes, right, to download all that. So keep that in mind. If you have large files, it can take some time to aggregate all that information. So if we go back to our Media Manager, and let's open up our Movie Posters folder, we will see that the Poster Vault icon has now been applied to it, telling us that all of these movies have been scanned by Poster Vault. Here's one that has not, that it skipped over because of that little hyphen. So it ignored it. Here's another one, Austin Powers 1, probably because of the 1. And Avengers 4 Endgame, Avengers the Kang Dynasty, and so on. So these are how important it is, where you need to have the correct spelling for the movie name, otherwise it will just ignore it. Now we could always come in here and edit it and then go ahead and run it through again, but I'm not going to. We are just going to leave it as it is for this demonstration. Now that our posters have been scanned, we can go back up to the poster view here, select that, and let's select Classic Poster. We are still on Poster Vault posters, as you can see, but we are going to select the Movie Posters folder. Select that. We'll see that it has now changed over. We are in Classic View, but let's go ahead and add some banners. So let's go back to Media Manager. Let's go to the Movie Posters folder that we just scanned. Come up here to Folder Settings. Let's set some banners. So we'll select the top one, and we'll do something like, let's do this one. And let's select one for the bottom. This guy here. All right, so now we've just applied these two banners. Save the changes, and you can see they immediately go into effect. Let's come back up to Poster View. This is the Classic Poster. We're going to select the summary. You notice Kanto did not get it correctly because it is written out as apostrophe image 2. But if we go to Black Widow next, you see that it was caught correctly. And we get all the information down here. All right. Let's go to Live View. And in Live View, we can see that some of the trailers are going to be missing because the place that the system aggregates all the information from may or may not have all the trailers. But you'll see here, like the Colombiana here, it does have a trailer, and we'll see it start right now. So it's going to be a hit and miss thing, probably on the order of 95% accurate, with the remaining 5% going to be either wrong name, wrong title, or the correct movie trailer just was not found. Now, with that said, you could manually upload your own trailer and attach it to each poster if you want by coming down to the Media Manager, going into the folder, finding the particular movie that we are looking for that does not have a trailer. Let's just do Nightmare on Elm Street, for instance. This one probably does have a trailer. If we select it here, we can come down here to Related Medium, and here we can remove the trailer that it's connected to, if we like it, or if it's not, if it doesn't have a trailer, it's not going to show here, but we can always add manually a new trailer here as well. We're not going to do that here because this one already has it attached. So you'll notice that it's extremely easy to add all of this information, the trailers, the summary, the actors, directors, the names, all of that automatically at the touch of one button to any poster that you might have, provided that the poster is named correctly. And if it's not named correctly, you can easily correct the name by editing it here in the media editor. So we go back up here to poster view. We can select all of these styles here, summary. We can go to classic, and we can also do list view, which will run a list of all of the movies that we have in our particular folder. And the banners will follow. Right? So you can remove the banner, like in the live view, you may not want it, or you can leave them on if you like it. So that is how you use the Poster Vault feature to add all of this cool information, movie trailers, summaries, and things like that to each poster, whether you have it a poster collection already on your DMB, or whether you are now moving forward with downloading new posters from the internet using our Poster Vault services. In addition to doing it this way with folders that you create, with posters that you might already have, you could also do this with your existing library for your Kaleidescape, for your Arvolution, for your Plex. So you would just go to the Media Manager, open up the appropriate folder, our video for Arvolution, Kaleidescape folder for Kaleidescape, Plex for your Plex players, and you're going to be given the same Scan with Poster Vault feature that we just did, and you would just select scan it, and it'll go through all of the movies. Here on my Plex folder, I've already done that. A lot of my Plex movies are more concerts that are not available on the internet, so it's not going to be able to find that information, and you'll see here that the Poster Vault icon is missing from a lot of these, and that's just because of the type of concert videos that I have. Otherwise, I could manually go in here using the editor and upload my own poster, upload my own information, and upload my own video if I want, and give it the same cool views. So very flexible. What the Poster Vault allows you to do with all of your posters, whether they're in your Kaleidescape, Arvolution, Plex, or whether they're family pictures and family videos, you can add all of this information either manually or with the push of a button of the Poster Vault service. So that is how the Poster Vault feature works on the DMB Pro Plus. If you have any questions, you can always go to the website, digitalmovieboards.com. There's plenty of videos on there, how-tos and little tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your DMB Pro Plus. Thank you.